I wish it would tell me what the issue is, but it doesn't. I'm wondering if, because what have I done since this started happening? I did a bunch of refactors to set this up, so I'm wondering if something from that caused this, because I know I'm using data assets now for the terrain noise. And I'm storing those in an array somewhere, and maybe it doesn't like how I'm storing them in an array. So there's one place that they're in. But I also have like all the applicable or possible noises that I can choose from in an array. And now I have to remember where the hell I put that. Was it in? It wasn't in, oh no, it would have been in the world map noise. World noise or something. What did I call that? World data? Okay, yeah, right there. Okay. So I'm wondering if that is the issue? It's really unfortunate that Unreal Engine won't give me any more information. I wonder if I should just maybe commit this and then roll back to previous commit and see if it's happening. Or if I should just start commenting some things out and see if it gets better. And so I take some of the noise, one of the noises from that array, and I like apply it to a biome zone. So is that in my biome component? I believe. Select biome noise data. Yes. Okay, so for each biome zone, yeah, generate a random index. And where we're assigning the terrain noise data, but it's a pointer, and it has a U property on it. And this is a pointer with a U property on it. Maybe let me do a quick Google search. Unreal Engine data assets, garbage, what? Garbage. PC crash. I mean, this happens pretty consistently if I leave the game running for a while. So I kind of just want to like comment this out and then find some other way to render the world. Yeah, maybe just give me one of these. And then we'll just assign it, go through and assign it. Yeah, this. Without terrain noise data. Okay, so I'm gonna try that. And we'll see if that makes things a little bit more stable. I will need to set that though. I cannot forget to do that. There it is. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what other things could have had garbage collection issues that I added. So if this doesn't do anything, either it's just a problem with the terrain asset pointer in general, not necessarily being in an array. Default terrain noise, and we'll play. Yeah, this is not my normal noise. This is not normally what it looks like, so our blending is quite a bit off, how we're like rendering the noise. Because it shouldn't be all brown, there should be green, and there should be some water as well. And then that thing just looks all weird. Yeah, it's kind of like cut off on the top, which could be cool. But that's definitely an artifact of me not doing things correctly here. But it blends, so that's nice. And before, what I thought would have been the answer was this. But when I was doing it this way, applying the height curve and then multiplying by the height multiplier afterwards, there were gaps in between my chunks. Now I can't really test this either. That change that I just made, because I need to I don't have different noises. I only have one now because I'm trying to test the garbage collection fix thing. It has not so I can actually see if I start profiling, I can actually see when like a garbage collection happens. If I'm not mistaken. The live session. Okay, I'm gonna put that off on the side. Oh, of course it doesn't stay on top. Yeah, let's just run around for a little bit. We gotta get some chunks to like render and not render and stuff, which will kind of force garbage collection. There was some that rendered right there. Was that a garbage collection spike? That was conditional garbage collection. So storing, let me look up Unreal Engine storing data assets in array property. I just did data asset in array. I don't see anything about anyone having any issues doing that. Okay. Not even close to the issue I'm having. And data assets do seem to be pointers, though. Search data asset pointer. Yeah, and like why? Because like nothing has crashed now, and I think probably several garbage collections have happened since I've been You can see, yep, there's another one right there. Right there. Yep. No. God damn. Yeah, can I have garbage collection not take that fucking much time? That is a long time for garbage collection. Oh my god. Took 1 whole second? That's forever. That's literally forever. Okay, we can get rid of that. We can stop profiling. I know I've hit it. At the garbage collection. I guess just like run around a little bit and see if it happens ever again. Nothing yet. Okay, I thought that almost happened right there, but it didn't. So okay, so it was what I suspected then. The data assets in an array. But why can't I find anyone else either doing that? Nose bleeding? I mean, it's about to. If I can't figure out how to store my noise data in an array. Noise bleeding. Yeah, it does kind of look like that. Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure this isn't the issue, or this is the issue, and we fixed it. So, yeah, why can't I find anything else about people doing data assets and arrays? Should I be doing like a soft pointer or something? Would that make it better? F-soft object pointer or something like that? Okay, let's just sanity check. Let's we'll run live coding on this. And we'll see if we can get it to happen. Okay, we need to rebuild. Okay. We're still building. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, because there were none in the array. Oh god, I have to rebuild it again. That's so annoying. Oh, what have I done? Okay, don't click away. I almost did it again. Terrain noise data. Yep, 2 of those boys. Boom, boom. Okay, play. Okay, so here's what my noise should look like, save for the blending. And the blending is off. I assume because of the height curve, because when I take the height curve away, it's fine. So I need to figure out why applying a height curve. It's the same. I would understand if I was doing different height curves and the blending wasn't matching up. I would understand. I mean, again, it should be blending. Well, no, the edges wouldn't match up. I don't think. So we get that issue. And I'm also getting these weird shapes as well. Okay, so I was fully expecting for garbage to collection to have crashed again. And it's not crashing yet. It's kind of making me concerned that that may not have been the fix I thought it was, and that it just randomly didn't happen. Yeah, and so why would applying the height curve in my generate terrain noise value Yeah, why does this height? Why do you do this? Why do you do this? Oh, there's just nothing there. Okay, that's odd. Or no, it was above me. I just didn't see it. Okay. Let's go somewhere else. Even more wonky. So these chunks were supposed to have... It's like one of these looks right, and the other one doesn't. So we apply the height curve, and then multiply by the height multiplier. And that should be correct. Here's the mesh height curve, and it goes from basically 0 to 1. Which is what I want the noise height to be, and that's what I've done here. It's normalized, so it should be 0 to 1. We get that value. And then we apply the multiplier. Which the height multiplier is different per noise. So let me set them to the same value and see what happens. I'm gonna guess that lines up. Oh, okay, interesting. I didn't know it would open 2 into 1. So 45 and 100, so let's change that back to 45. Stop, play. Okay, that still didn't, that didn't. So the height multiplier is the same. The height curve is the same. So why aren't they connecting to each other? Yeah, I have no fucking idea why that would be happening. Why it blends perfectly fine without that. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll put some breakpoints in here. I would need to wait for a scenario where it is in a chunk that is being blended. Okay, 2, 0. Okay, so I can't even tell from inside this function what chunk we're in. What do I want to do about this? So I was thinking about taking a look at what these values would be. I suppose I'll just pass the fucking chunk. Pass the chunk cord, okay. If it's vector, god, I can't even. I think it was 2, 0. Yeah, breakpoint there. We're gonna do it after every one. Breakpoint, breakpoint. Was it 2, 0 that we're gonna check? Yeah, it's 2, 0 that we're gonna check. I mean, the values are very close. This is very annoying, and we have to rebuild, which is also annoying. Okay, play. Okay, we're on chunk 2.0. Noise height starts out being, oh my god, okay. I have to do UE disable optimization. UE enable optimization. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, chunk 2.0. Starts out at 1.6. What is normalized height? Normalized height is also 1.6. Okay, I mean that makes sense. 1.6. Okay, next. And we turn 1.6 into negative. I mean that makes sense. What is our x and y here? We're on 8.22. So yeah, looking at the flow value, which I can't right now. Yeah, it would be a negative. That makes sense. And then we multiply that. That didn't change. 45. Why didn't that change? Did it change? Maybe it only changed a little bit and I didn't notice. Okay, let's get a different one. Another 0.1649, negative 0.4, negative 9. So, okay, so yeah, I think it did change. So these are all going to be very similar because we're just iterating through verts. We're still on 8.22, or 22.8. Okay, hang on. Let's continue for a second here. Oh yeah, we're probably, yeah. Gonna wait for the logs. We're gonna stand. So I'm only doing it for one chunk. Why is this taking so long? I mean, I suppose it's the blending, because I have to do it for like all the neighbors. Okay, and there's our garbage collection issue. It did finally render. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, these numbers don't really mean much to me. They look right in relation to each other. And we are passing the neighbor noise data. I mean, when we don't use the height curve, it's all good. Yeah, I might have to turn off the logs. That's taking way too long. Okay. Yeah, I mean, still wonky. And if I just do that, then it's all good. And I can't really do that before I normalize the height curve, because it requires a normalized height. And this is all very flat because it's all values between 0 and 1. They're not paying attention to my curve, which looks like that. So there's actually 0 water. That's it. And we have those types of scenarios happening. What do I need to do with this here? And if I take away the height multiplier, it's still bad. I mean, you can't really tell. I mean, that seam, I guess, is all I need to see. Know that it is not correct. Yeah, it's still not correct. So these are just values between 0 and 1 at this point now. And that's why I apply the height multiplier. I kind of have to. And if I apply the height multiplier before the height curve, I would have to account for that in the curve itself, which isn't very, wouldn't be a good idea. I wouldn't be able to guarantee what the values are in between. And if let's just not normalize the height at all and see what happens. I still doubt it's going to match up, but just curious. Just take one thing out of the equation here. I can still see. Yeah, it's still not. Still not. And then I guess what we should do is maybe let's make like either the persistence or the lacunarity the same. Alright, let's just play, get a baseline for what it looks like. Okay, that's unnormalized. That's what it looks like if I don't normalize the height. And I mean, they're still not lining up. Okay, I want to normalize the height again. It looks terrible if I don't do that. Okay. Here's our base problem. Now let's make the persistence the same. Yeah, and then that happened again. Okay, let's try again now. Yeah, I can still see gaps. Okay, let's make the laconarity the same. Oh dear. Also not correct. So it doesn't really matter if we make the noise the exact same noise scale. Let's change that as well. 51. Okay, noise is the exact same. It's probably a terrible noise to test with. Okay, this is more garbage collection stuff, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, real-time GC. Would be nice. You could see what these values were. Okay, is my noise still the same? It is, except for the height multiplier, which I've determined is not the issue. However, the height curve is, even though the height curve is the same curve. It's still wrong. Hang on, let's do 0.4 and 0.4. I think that'll actually be an okay. 45, 45. Hey Phoenix, hey Odd, how you guys doing? Welcome. I am trying to blend noise together. That one seems to be this. Okay, so is it actually the height? Is the height multiplier affecting it, I suppose? Maybe. Maybe. Change that to back to 100. So I got the noise to two different noises to blend together using the weighted average, and it looked good. And then I went to go back and apply. You can actually see it happening here, like these spikier things on this side, and then I mean these two chunks are blended together. They are blended. Wait a second. Wait a second. Okay, and the height multiplier is different. Look at these seams. Yeah, I mean, it looks fine. Okay, so when the noises are the same, let me make sure I'm actually applying the curve still. I am, right there. Okay. But I suppose changing any of the noise means that they're not going to align. The height curve is just throwing off my blending for some reason. Yeah. Okay, so as soon as the noise is different, I assume any one of the noise parameters. I should be averaging the two height curved values. Nothing is coming to mind as to why. Well, those ones still line up. What was different here? The laconarity? So is it only when the persistence changes? Okay, let's put laconarity. Well, it's still the same. Noise scale. I think I did 250 for this one originally. Is my original value for it. Noise scale threw it off too. Oh, that's actually slightly off as well. I guess I just didn't notice it. Yeah, it's very slightly off, okay. Yeah, so it does seem to be any noise parameter. And there's the garbage collection issue. There it is. I guess I technically could blend the values and then apply the height curve and height multiplier, but I would have preferred to be able to have different height multipliers and height curves. And I at least need one to be different. And I would prefer it to not be the curve. I would prefer the curve, I guess. So, okay, we're gonna comment that out. But wait, I have to, if I have to apply... Okay, we're gonna have to take them both. Take them both out. Take them both out. So I have to then now apply them to both values. Okay. I have to do it at the end, right? Post blend. So yeah, if I do it after the blend, they have to be the same. Let's just do it afterwards and see if it's okay. Just see what this looks like. This is definitely not ideal. What are you complaining about? 127? Oh, right. Height curve. Get float value. There we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, that actually looks right. Let's apply the height multiplier as well, so we can see it better. Now this is going to, this is going to throw it off, because the height multipliers are different. So these are not going to match up. Yeah, so that's the original problem that we have. So let's make those the same real quick, just to see if applying the height curve post haste makes it match up. That seems to match up. Actually quite well. Okay, so why can't I get the height curves blend correct? So what's it doing? Here's my curve. It's saying for these values at the top, whatever the input value is, it gets the value on the left that matches up. But for some reason, so I do that and then I apply, I mean, even if I don't apply the height multiplier, Do I need to like re-normalize it or something afterwards? I don't know why I would need to do that. So yeah, we have the max possible height, which yeah, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know. This doesn't make sense to me. Wow. 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 Yeah, let's think. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? So the blend, when we're blending, it's taking an average of all the neighbor chunks within a range, and the range is a chunk width. And so if I do that with this height curved value, for some reason it throws off the edges. Why would that be the case? I really need this height curve too, because this allows me to have really, really good control over what the terrain looks like. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I can do it after the fact. That's just not going to work for what I need it for. I need it to happen pre-blend. Pre-blend. Well, let's turn these back on. Like, okay, I set the noise height equal to the noise height at the height curve, which is correct. Should be. And then what does that fucking do? Why? Because there should be the two verts that should line up with each other on the edges on either chunk. It'll be the same position. They should be getting the same value from this height curve. It is the same height curve for both. It is the same height curve for both. Even if it wasn't, it should still be, if it's getting the same value from the curve, do I need to do multiple passes of a blend? I mean, it really shouldn't matter what these values are in here. They could be different height multipliers, they could be different height curves. So long as they're the same for a chunk, even if the neighbor chunks are different, they should be able to blend together with this function. Let's just turn everything on and see what happens. It's not gonna look good. It's fine. my mountains at? What the heck? Don't know why that would be the case. And the altitude wasn't like. Why did it look like nothing got applied here? Okay, odd. Okay, I do have to run to the bathroom though, so I'm gonna do that real quick and maybe think about this a bit. No garbage collection issue, which is interesting. Huh. And that garbage collection issue is going to be really annoying to figure out. So I'm going to have no idea if it's actually solved or not. Yeah, so... I mean, like, a lot of them are lining up. But it's just some of them aren't, and I don't know why. Like, why do those match up right there? You know what I mean? And by the way, where the hell are my borders? Where are my mountains at? Do I make sure I actually reach there? Okay, I do. It also seems like my height is not... I'm gonna rebuild here. This is... doesn't seem like it's actually doing the things that I'm telling it to. Okay. Okay, what the hell? Oh, I have the height is the same. That's why it doesn't seem right. So this will raise those mountains up quite a bit. Now, I don't have... Okay, interesting. I don't know that that was something that was there before. I applied the mountains and stuff. Okay, so yeah, these should have blended height value. And mountains. And altitude. Why isn't that happening? Oh, right. So I'm using curves for this stuff too. Okay. Can I do multiple passes? Okay. Let's try this. Let's not do that in there. we won't apply either of those. That'll all work correctly now because we're using a height curve where we're expecting the values to be between 0 and 1. Not just for the map mesh height, but for the things like altitude is between 0 and 1. Okay, yeah, so, and I can't, I'm gonna need those to stay between 0 and 1 because I can't just predict what every curve I make. I can't, know what the noise map max and min height are going to be. So yeah, I think I will have to do 2 passes of blending to do this. Because I need the noise value. I guess I don't need it for the altitude. Why didn't that work? Oh, right, because it's applying, yeah, okay, no, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah. So, let me grab this. Rather than extract noise height, this is going to be extract, I mean, it's going to be extract noise height 2 is what it's going to be. And what we're going to do is we're not going to do any of that. Although we do still need the biome zone. I do have the world vert loc, which I should just need the Z from that, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, no, we can just capture that. Okay, so that's just applying the height curve, and then we can times the height multiplier. And so we blend it, we do another round of blending there. Okay. Is the performance significantly worse there? Yes, I know, it's okay. Okay, I have my borders, and they do line up. Oh, is this it? Was that it? Was that all I had to do? Oh, they look good. Oh, fuck, look at that, dude. And there's the altitude. Oh, dude, this looks fucking sick. Oh my god, I did it. Alright, that's it for the stream. I'm kidding. I kinda want to, though. My back and neck are hurting quite a bit today. Dude, okay, this is sick. This is fucking sick. Why, though? I'm so interested in why that worked. Is it worth spending the amount of time? Is it worth spending the amount of time to figure that out? Oh, and here, that's an entrance right there, I believe. Right, straight ahead. Stream field trip to the chiropractor. I know, I've been to one. It didn't really do anything for me. What did do things for me was physical therapy. That helped a lot. And just, every now and then my back just kind of flares up, but I stretch every day now, though, and it's a lot better. So, but ignore that scene, that's just LOD difference. Once we get there, it'll line up. Yeah, we need a stream field trip to a yoga session, I think. Okay, there it goes, I was about to check. Oh, we fucking did it. We fucking did it. And look at this little entrance. Such a cute little entrance into a new zone. Or like if you like let's say I was coming from this way, like look at that. That's a pretty cool fucking view right there. I'll be honest, if I have to toot my own horn about it a little bit there. Like if you're just running around, let's run around here for a little bit. If I'm running around this zone, on this, you know, hilly zone, some lakes here and there, I'm coming up. I'm coming from this lake. I'm coming up. Coming up. And then right as I hit this ridge, that's kind of cool. That's kind of a cool moment right there. I think chiropractic medicine is still kind of pseudoscience-y. Some have a medical license, but most don't. Yeah, and like the whole thing about the creator was like a snake oil salesman, literally. I just didn't want to say that. I didn't want to offend anyone who, you know, I didn't want to get into a debate about chiropractors, right? Excuse you. Oh, I'm so happy I figured that out, though. So, I guess the issue here, though, is it's cutting off a bit of the top of the mountains, I think? It doesn't look bad, though. I'm not really worried about it. Can't tell. Is it cutting it off? I don't think so. I think it's just kind of... It's... So, the spline is offset. I offset the spline to add some randomness. That's why it's not like straight on the line like it used to be. And so this is actually kind of helping the mountains to look a little noisier because it's using two different sets of noise for the mountain. Like this side of the mountain is rendered with different noise than this one. So that's actually kind of good. I don't think it's actually cutting off the top. Yeah, I think it's just the transition of the noises. This is fucking sick. Okay, I need to commit this. This is the second pass at blending to apply the height curve and multiplier. And I should pop all these out into different functions as well, probably. So we can get rid of that. Although, I think I just need to know if it has a different chunk, because then I can kind of skip that blending and save on performance a little bit. I don't actually need to know the different noise chunk, because we're going to find that out anyway. And then am I gonna... Yeah, I'm not gonna use that either. We'll refactor that later. I have a different idea for that. Has different noise chunk, yes. Should really be called neighbor. Neighbors. Neighbors is a verb, right? It neighbors a different noise chunk. So pop this in a if block. And while I'm at it, yeah, then we need to pop that out. Pop that out. Well, no, because that actually initializes the... Is it worth it? I mean, it wasn't that slow. Is it worth it to actually do this? Maybe not right now. We're we're getting rid of it for now. Okay, let's just pop these out into different functions. So we have float. Our first one needs to be UMap generator. Blend noise. I'll say blend to neighbor noises. And it needs to take a float noise val in, and then it will return some sort of float. So I guess those are the parameters I need. Okay. Oh my god. These need so many parameters. Do I actually want to make these different functions? It's gonna be so annoying. Oh. Size and chunk cord. It's like, do I want to make this a class with some actual member variables in it? I guess it already does quite a bit. Because like things like size and chunk coordinate would be specific to this instance of map generator, so I could store those on the map generator. So I wouldn't need to pass those in. The neighbor chunk locations. I mean, I suppose also, I mean, I could set everything. World vert loc would be different. World chunk loc would be different. Or no, the same. Potentially just pass one more thing in. Yeah, and size I don't need to pass anywhere. I can just do noise map size. Okay, let's sit back down. Sit down. We'll do this cleanup. We'll get this committed. Come on down. Okay, create the declaration. We don't need size, get rid of that. Okay, let's start putting things. So we have generate map data, passes in the chunk coordinates, which I will just do like that. Public, I don't know that I necessarily, am I even using these? These are all like leftover from a long time ago. Okay. Trunk cord. Here are chunk locations. I'll need to do the same with border splines. Chunk cord no longer needs to, so really we're just doing XY, because I should be able to derive the biome zone in here. Pop that in there as well. It's going to stay the same. And then I suppose terrain noise data, we'll just call this chunk noise data. The biome component gets chunk biome for the chunk cord. Terrain noise data. Let's actually just store the biome zone. Chunk zone. We'll call it a biome zone, fine. Okay, so blend to neighbor noises. Yeah, our value is going to start at 0. I mean, is this always going to be the first thing that I start with? I don't know that it necessarily is, that's why I have this noise value in parameter. Yeah, I guess let's just leave it for now. I don't know that I'll need it. Trunk cord again can be left out. It was already captured, so we don't need to do that anymore. Let's update the declaration. And then we can just return here. First function down. Potential different neighbor chunk biome noises. Apply altitude blending. Put that below, blend to neighbor chunk noises. I guess I should just store the world vert loc on, well, no, it's because it's going to be different. Yeah, it's going to be different for each one. I don't really need to pass it into each one. It's just going to be... Well, it's either I do the world vert location or X. Let's just do X and Y to make it consistent across each function being called. And then put the world vert loc in each one. By altitude blending. Y, and I mean this is exactly the signature I wanted to make the previous one. But it's like, what do I do with the noise map value when I'm blending it like that? Like, nothing. So that's gonna be. Now, here's always the programming thing that I go back and forth on. Like, do you put, like, if you have something that's conditionally executed, let's say I want this in a function, do I put just this part in the function and just call it, you know, apply border mountains? And then, like, in the caller, or wherever it's used, that determines when it will be used, and therefore the reader can read the conditions which will cause border mountains to be applied. Or do you put all of this in here and call it something like maybe apply border mountains? And then, therefore, the reader, it's abstracted away, and it's not going to get messy. Some conditions are a lot messier than this one. And then therefore the reader can kind of opt into whether or not they want to know about when that's applied. That's the thing I go back and forth on all the time. I think if the condition is messy, if it's very big, first of all, it should probably be in a function or something. I can't imagine you throw the maybe in there. You've never seen that in a code base, or you just don't like it? Because I know some of the code bases I work in, that is a common occurrence, and it's probably because whatever parent function it's in is very long already, and all it's doing is calling other functions, right? It's like a processor type function and so it's like already a really long function, and it's more so like a backbone function that kind of just branches off into different directions. But yeah, for this condition, it's easy to be like, yeah, no, you don't need to put that in the function because it's very short. And I suppose I don't have any conditionals for any of the other ones. So I guess for sake of consistency with the other ones, I guess if this is the only time the helper is used and the parent function is very complicated, you can move the condition to the helper, but any other time I think it's strange. Yeah, I mean, I go back and, like I said, I go back and forth on it. I think there's... I can see an argument either way for it. And, you know, in this case, the condition isn't very complicated, so it definitely makes more sense to not have it. Return float. Yeah, I mean, it's really about like the context that the reader is in beforehand. Like for us at Google with like kind of complicated code bases, like even for like, you know, I work in mostly front-end applications. We have backends as well, but even in our front-end applications, like we have these functions that's like initializes an entire page of the application. And yeah, there are so many things it has to do to set up the page. And if you put all of the conditionals in that function, it would be a nightmare. And you know, they're already, it's basically like this. This is what the whole function looks like, right? It's just like calling other functions. And then yeah, there are some light conditionals in there, but it's like, you know, we have some like, say, onboarding flows, right? And so we'll have a function called like maybe show onboarding dialog, that kind of thing. And then you can have unforecastable campaigns. So if there are unforecastable campaigns in the page or in the plan that you're loading, and they have historic stats for a given date range and metric, then we'll show the unforecastable mitigation dialog for the user to be able to apply some of those historic stats. And there's a bunch of stuff like that, and so we have those all-in functions called like maybe show unforecastable mitigation. And because like most of the time the reader isn't going to care about unforecastable mitigation, because that's a very small part of our app, right? So that's why we do that. Unmaintainable, fuck me. It's not unmaintainable, but that doesn't mean it's fun. We're definitely maintaining it, all right. It's like, yeah, even when you put conditionals in a function that explains the conditional well, like, are you still wanting to show that to the reader? And especially if there's if, else if, because you know you might need to call the function with a slightly different value. So yeah, it could go either way, and I don't really know which one I settle on, honestly. But back to my own problem. Okay. We good? Okay. Now that looks a lot better. And I can reorder these very easily. Okay, so let's rebuild that. Oh no, hang on. I made a grave error. There we go. Okay, now we can build. Let's make sure that works. And then potentially commit it. Is there anything else I want to clean up? Ooh, I can get rid of that too. Hang on. Stop, stop, stop. Okay. Ah, nuts. Hang on. Hang on. We're almost there. Declaration, so we're getting some actual errors here. Get closest spline point. Do I want this to be a static function? It feels like it should be a static function. Yeah, let's make that static. Does it still hide the declaration if I make it static? Okay, so it can't be, if it's static, it can't be const. I suppose that's implied. I suppose that's better than the Java version of it, where you would have all the modifiers on the thing: private, static, final, constant, however many there are. Chunk cool. Get neighbor chunk locations. That's fine. We can get rid of that. Well, again, this is another one that I might want to make static, because getting the neighbor chunks is something that I may need to reuse. Do I put all these in a utils file? Chunk core. Yes. No longer need that. It's nice. Oh, and I can't use endless terrain. But actually, I need the world chunk location to be passed in here. Oh, I made a member for the world chunk location. Hang on. Or no, the world vert location was what I was doing. Never mind. Ignore me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're not doing that anymore. Get rid of that function entirely. Get distance to closest zone entrance point. Yeah, this does not feel very static-y and reusable. I'm gonna be so upset when this finally compiles and then I run the game and it doesn't work anymore. Yeah, I suppose I don't need to pass that anymore. To vert world location. I should probably put this function on... This function should go on the endless terrain. Oh, oh, this is vert world location. Not chunk world location. Should this go on? I think I do something whenever I'm doing my pickaxe deform. Is that in here? It is. And where is this called from? The pickaxe. Okay. And then I transform the world location to a local hit location. To kind of get a vert. Okay, so no reuse there. I thought I was doing that in a similar fashion. So when I'm transforming an X and a Y to a world location, I kind of do want to put this on the endless terrain and just do chunk chord rather than the world location. Call it chunk chord in. Be like get, and this should be something more like get world vert location. Oh, I'm done. Okay. Square verts per chunk. Yeah, I feel like anytime I'm using num square verts per chunk or scale outside of endless terrain, that's probably a pretty good indication that I should make a function inside endless terrain. Unfortunately, I don't have my work mind on. I have my hobbyist programming fly by the seat of my pants brain. So I don't think like that. Yes. Okay, and so in here, you're waiting for this to compile before you can go to bed. Oh, okay, well I better do some additional refactors then. Keep you up all night. World chunk location, yeah, so that's another one that I can get rid of. Oh, I love how neat this function is getting now. I'm really ready for me to have like mistyped something somewhere and have it go bad. Get closest vectors. I'm not even using that anymore. I do want to keep that though. Let's just get rid of that to make it happy. You might get off easy here, Firmstool. It might be bedtime now. Oh, bedtime. You were really gambling with that, by the way. We could have been up till like 2 a.m. Did a rework of my own stuff a couple days ago as well. Continuous collision detection in UE5 is not super reliable. Huh, continuous collision detection. I mean, were you just like having trouble with like overlaps and blocking hits and stuff like that? I mean, there's definitely a lot to, there's a lot of, if you're doing like advanced stuff, there's a lot of things, a lot of idiosyncrasies, that's what I'm looking for. There are a lot of there's a lot of peculiarities when you get to advanced use cases. I'll share one of the tips I found out. If you're still here. What is this? What is this? Okay, no idea what's causing that. Great. Oh, high velocity stuff. I want my bullets to be real meshes and things get jittery. Huh. Yeah, I can't help you there. Unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, I know physics is quite weird. When they get to like really high velocities and stuff like that. Order splines is empty. How is it empty? How is that empty? I have an empty check right there. Yeah, I found out that like on collision overlap won't happen if the things are spawned in the same frame within each other already. Like they have to move to register the overlap. And that what was happening was I was working on my game state serialization, like the saving and loading, and my buildings, like I wanted those to save, and they were saving, and they were loading, but they weren't loading in the correct state because I needed things to trigger an on overlap, and it wasn't happening. It's because they loaded in the same frame on top of each other, and they hadn't moved yet, so they hadn't ran a collision thing. So I have to call like a specific function to get it to like register all the collision. How is that fucking empty? What is happening here? How is that possible? If it was my own engine, I'd be less black boxy. Yeah, it's especially with collision, that's like really complicated when you start digging down into the engine. You've got like 2 control clicks before you're like knee deep in the weeds. I had a similar thing when I created the crater mesh to detach it. I had to offset it a tiny bit. Yeah, you either have to move it or there's a function. Like maybe I can show that. There's a building object actor. Maybe it'll help you at some point. Do I do it in here? I thought it would have been in here. There was some function I called for like update collision or something. Is that it? No. I thought there was something I did to like register the collision or something. Okay, never mind, I can't show you, I lied. I don't remember where it's at. Anyways, this bordered spline thing, that's really dumb. Hey, excuse you, miss. Hey, stop it. So, how on earth is this happening? If splines is empty, return 0 vector. And it's also returning a location, which is weird. So, we get here. Yeah, Ryder is kind of lying to me. I disabled optimizations here. And I'm like, why on earth would this have changed? Why on earth would this have changed? Also, is the next question. Where was I declaring the... There's the border splines. Why on earth would that have fucking changed? Oh, I'm in a completely different class. I'm like, what was I looking at? Huh. I mean, can I say, what other information do I have? The vert location, action Y, noise map value, -2, 3 is the chunk that I'm on? This is like the most Unreal Engine-y error ever. I'm getting some obscure exception for some sort of null pointer, and, you know, 6 traces deep. Just multiplying some vectors together for a variable that says it's empty, that should be impossible to be empty at this point. It's empty right here, apparently. Fuck it, we're just gonna run it again and cross our fingers. That's what I'm down to here. Okay. Crossing fingers. Fuck, okay. Okay, this is a different one though, right? Or at least a different stack trace. Okay, it's happening. Splines is still apparently empty. Okay, so I'm guessing it's trying to access a point in a spline that is empty. What on earth has happened here? Oh, I changed it from being const? Is that... I suppose that would be one of the only changes I made, right? I changed the name, prevent the conflict. Changed it from const. Oh, it's static. Okay, we're gonna make it not static. It says it can be made static though. So what the heck? Does this... do you like this better? No, you don't. What happens if I just try to continue a bunch of times? Nothing? Okay, okay. Why? Okay, fuck it. Fuck it. Okay, so we're calling get closest splines from apply border mountains, which is a constant function, as all of them should be. Oh shit, you know what? You know what I didn't fucking do? You know what I fucked up? I fucked up right here. I'll let this load for a second before I fix that. Yeah, I need to do like a endless terrain, form a chunk cord to world look, and then I need to do a chunk cord cluster. And then this cannot be static anymore, but it can be constant. Okay, that's one thing. God, what else did I mess up? Jesus. Okay, compile again. Come on, work. Fuck, okay, what the hell is wrong with this function now? Why was it, like, what changed such that... What on earth changed? Okay, so the splines is not null now. And I do have points. Okay, so it's happening on the rotation. Yeah, I don't understand what, like, all I literally did was store this result instead of passing it. No, let's look at the whole file diff real quick. Okay, border splines, get chunk Get neighbor chunk splines. Did that change at all? No, I mean, no, it shouldn't have. A different class. I didn't change that. Do I just like undo that part? Kind of annoying. Ooh. I'm even checking if it's not empty there. We had that whole discussion, right? And then get closest spline point, huh? What an odd crash. Okay, yeah, let's change this to pass in border splines, I suppose. Okay, let's get rid of that. Run it back. Okay. Okay, do you like this better? I don't understand why this would be any better. This is closest to what it was before. I think it was a const reference before as well. Moxie, stop it. Okay, so why does that work? It didn't work before. Why does that? Everything's messed up. Everything is fucking messed up. God damn it. But it didn't crash, so why does that work? That's so annoying that that works. That's so annoying that that freaking works. Okay, what else did I mess up? I should have done this one at a time, damn it. I thought I was better than that. I am not. Oh boy. Okay, time to start commenting things out. Okay. I knew that was gonna happen too. Okay. Okay, yeah, I suppose that's not a very good representation, but it is wrong. I can definitely tell that it's wrong now, so... It's probably this function, right? So let's look up. I need to look at my Git history here. No, I want like the local. How do I look up the local history? That's what I want. I need like before 720. Was that when I started this refactor? And what am I? Oh, this is endless terrain. I want a different file, not endless terrain. I want map generator. Okay, that. My God. Is that today? That's 8 AM today. Let's go right here. I just need to look at the 2 world verts or whatever. Where did I put it? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong side, aren't I? Is that, do I need to go back further? 2 vert world location, yeah. That's what I need to find. Okay, let's copy that. Endless terrain. World chunk location, plus... So it was +1 as well. Alright, noise map size, I did do +1. I wonder if is that where I went wrong? I take the chunk chord times terrain chunk world size. Is that what where is that local history at? I need that again. Okay, so the world chunk was still transform chunk to world. I guess that would be the only difference, is the +1 there. Does that make that much of a difference? Does that look any better? That was indeed. Well, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Something else is wrong. Oh boy, why did I refactor so much at a goddamn time? Let's put a breakpoint there. Chunk cord seems to be right. Chunk cord, chunk size. God, am I gonna have to undo all of that to figure out what was wrong here? Neighbor chunk looks correct as well. I think. Yeah. Yeah, something got messed up with the blending. I hate that I made that refactor so carelessly. Oh boy. God, how long ago did I start this refactor? Like an hour ago? Earth could be different, because I've commented everything out except for blend. Hey, stop it. Rude. They do have X and Y in the right position, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can think of is, like, I messed up some variable by... What used to be passed? Neighbor chunk locs and world chunk location? Where is the blend function? There it is. There it is. Okay, and the difference is how I calculate the chunk coordinates, I suppose. And I suppose the only difference would be the neighbor chunk locations, because I moved that to a member. It looks correct, but then something was weird with the border splines as well, so maybe let's change that back to passing them in. Okay, we're going to pass these back in now. Already knows. Just comment that out now. I'm not even using that function. We need to figure out if this even works. Not gonna waste time on that. Oh my god, I have to pass this in so many places now. Jeez. Okay, yeah, we're still super streaky. Why? Why? Oh my god, should I just like Control Z everything? I kind of want to revert to what my local history, one of my previous local histories. Oh my god, that's so annoying. What else could it be? What else could it be? We're calculating the neighbor chunk locations. I mean, they look right? Yeah, what else could be wrong here? XY? Suppose let's step through this function a little bit. Chunk coordinate 10, that looks good. 6,000, negative 6,000, that looks good. So chunk value 0.112, chunk size 12,000. Also looks good. Let's go down here. Neighbor chunk locations looks pretty correct. Wait a second. If I'm at 1, 0, if my chunk coord is 1, 0, why are none of these 24,000? Okay, so my current chunk coordinate is -1, 0. And we're going to check 0, -1. Yeah, that makes sense. Next one is 1, -1. So this should be 24,000, and it's not. Or 1, -1, -1, 0. Yeah, okay, so that cancels out. Find me a dir that has -1. Here we go. Okay, so that one is 24,000. Well, they're all 12,000 rather than 24,000. What on earth? Again, what is happening here? Yeah, and my chunk coordinate is -1, 0, and I just stepped through all of those. So hang on. Let's put a breakpoint here. Next chunk, okay, we're at 1, -1. Neighbor chunk locations it does have 0, -24,000. Okay, so we're gonna go into generate vert height right there. Boom. Neighbor chunk locations? It's now, oh no, okay, so we still have the right values there. Okay, never mind. False alert. So they don't use neighbor chunk lokes until down here. So let's put a breakpoint right there. Neighbor chunk locations still has the 24,000 on it. Okay. Breakpoint right there. Neighbor chunk lokes still has the 24,000 in it. Okay. Go down here. Neighbor chunk lokes. Okay, so now it has the 24,000 in it. And it didn't before. What's my chunk coordinates? 0, 1. Once again, it doesn't have why is this happening? Okay, so one of the, it did equal. I clicked through too fast, but one of them did. Okay, so now it's this. It has the 24,000 in it. What is happening? There's some asynchronous shenanigans happening here. Hang on, am I reusing the map generator? Oh, I am. Oh, I didn't know that. That's why all this is wrong. Okay, I thought I was using it per terrain chunk, but no, I'm not. I'm doing it per, I'm doing it, there's one. There's one map generator. Which doesn't even make sense for it to belong on here. Wow. I can't believe it. Okay, stop to press. We gotta refactor that. Okay, so this should just be... Okay, apparently I use it in... Oh, my head. Oh, I have itchies in my head. Okay, I mean, that's all I should need to do, right? We'll check out what those are when we boot back up. I shouldn't be referencing that in blueprints at all. Yeah, that should literally solve all of our problems. Because it was like literally, because I'm doing async stuff, so it was literally changing those variables from out from underneath us. I'm so glad I asked myself that question. That's why nothing made sense. That's why the border spline thing didn't make sense either. Oh, I can't believe I wasted that much time on that. Okay, does this look way better now? Yeah, we can get rid of those, I'm pretty sure. Yep, no more streaks. Okay. Oh my god, okay, let's turn everything back on, see if that works. And looks good. And if it does, then we'll go back to moving the border spline and chunk locations, neighbor chunk lokes, to the class level. Okay, whoa, that's weird. Why is there one? What? What? Why is that there? That's silly. That's silly. Take out the altitude and the border mountains. Run it again, see if it's still there. That looks so silly. Okay, so that had something to do with altitude or mountains. I'm gonna guess altitude, so let's turn mountains back on. Ooh, did I forget to turn off if border splines is empty? Maybe I forgot to turn that line back on. Okay, that's still gone. So was it altitude, or did I already fix it? Okay, yeah, that fixed it. I guess I was, I didn't have the condition there. Okay, now we're good. Okay, get that out of here, get that out of here, get that out of here, that out of here. Okay, we're changing it all back. To be members now. Okay. We no longer have to pass that in. Okay, does that, it won't build now. Will it now? Yes, declaration hides. Yeah, we can get rid of it there as well. Yeah, this is the one that I wanted to be static, so can we make that static now? Okay, we built. Yay! Okay. Yay! Okay, is this all that I wanted to do? I can uncomment that. Ow, Moxie, it hurts. My legs are not your scratching post. Yeah, okay, I think we're stable, let's commit it. Okay. God damn, this is a big commit. Refactor for multiple noises, multiple noise datas in world. And blend between them. Blend between them per chunk. This is massive. This is huge. I'm so glad I got this done. Yeah. Oh, it was a to-do? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, 21 files committed. That's a large CL. Oh, nuts, hang on. Okay, we're good. Committed. Nice. Oh, I just want to run around now. Well, I want to come up with new noises now. Is actually what I want to do. Oh yeah, I went on like a whole side quest there, didn't I? Okay, so let's turn on PCG. And I want to see if this garbage collection thing keeps happening. Just waiting for PCG to finish loading. God damn, that took up like so many gigs. Okay, so we got here. This happened again. Well, this one I think you can recover from? Maybe not? Chunk index, number of chunks. This is just a generic U object array. Drain validated. Oh boy. Yeah, that's gonna be a pain. It's probably related to the same thing. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I want to run around with the PCG and stuff turned on. You know, this swampy biome looks quite a bit different whenever the altitude is applied, right? Because before it was all nice and even. And I guess maybe that's what we have the altitude curves for. Looks kind of sick though. I like how the PCG stuff I wrote kind of works for this as well. Although I think for a swampy biome, I want trees to spawn anywhere, like like weeping willow type trees. And I guess one of the next things I'll have to do is blending material, different materials per zone. This looks nice though. We'll go into the other area up here. I'll definitely need to do some sort of slope filter as well, because those trees on that border look kind of ridiculous, right? This is like this. Oh, I clicked stop. Damn it. Okay. And then I can get into some ambiance and stuff as well, like volumetric fog and stuff like that, and the light maps and whatnot. Let's go somewhere else in the world. Let's look at these smaller areas over here. Oh, that's an interesting... Why did it cut off the tops of that? Okay, so I was actually correct/wrong before. Yeah, I guess when I apply the height curve after the mountains, that's what happens. Does that mean, do I need to do it after? Because the height curve effectively clamps it. So are border mountains last then? Yeah, because I don't need to pass it to a curve, the noise map value, so it can be at the end. I guess it wouldn't necessarily need to be at the end if my curves accounted for things beyond X. Or not beyond X, beyond 1. And they could very easily if I just, you know, let them, because right now they just like get to the top. I'll show you when this finishes. But when they get to 1, I just leave them flat. But I could easily just make them continue forever. Or for some to, you know, super long distance. And so what I'm talking about here is I have some curves, and say for something like so most of my noise value should be between 0 and 1. If you look at the top, here's 0, 0.5, and 1. And so it just levels off at 1. But when I apply the border mountains, it adds a lot on top of this. And when I do like, actually shit. When I do the, not the border, when I apply the height multiplier, I multiply it by like 250 or something like that. Different per biome. But at that point, I do the borders after it. Or I did the borders before. Let's just see if this fucking works before I just like sit here and spew nonsense. Okay, I don't, oh, that's why. So I don't have borders now. That's my border. Okay, so interesting. Why would that happen? So yeah, ignore everything I just said. I don't know what I'm talking about. This works, but mountains get cut off because presumably the noise map value is higher than the curve. That much I know for certain. For certain. And why didn't it? And it was only doing that between. Yeah, and I guess that makes sense. It was doing that between the what I call my default terrain noise, which is actually it's kind of like a Highlands type noise. Because here I was actually saying before, oh, it looks like it chops it off, but I was like, oh no, it's not exactly level, so it's probably just the two noises blending between each other. I suppose I didn't look at that very closely, because yeah, it does chop it off at the top. This is like a wetlands. This isn't necessarily a swamp because of the altitude. What do I want to do about that? So Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then I do the entrance alpha, and then I multiply by 3. I get float value. The border fall-off curve. That's just this, right? That's just a smoothing curve, if I'm not mistaken. That's in the world map data. Let me check that. Where's the world map? Uh-oh. Okay, hang on. That might take a second. That might take a second to render. The world map has references to all of the biomes. So... okay, we good? Yeah, okay. So that took a while to load. I just wanted to see the, yeah, so it's the fall off map smoothing curve. Which all that does is make sure that the mountains are not, they don't just come to a complete point. That's all that's for. And that is between, that is between 0 and 0.2. Why did I do that? Yeah, we're gonna have to look at those values, because maybe that's completely wrong. Hello, please. Not you, Moxie. Okay, I may need to restart. I may need to restart. Okay. Okay, yeah, we hit our... This is gonna be a tough one to be able to figure out what the values are, actually. A lot of them are gonna be 0. So... So let's do this. Yeah, I just need to figure out the max border value. Yeah. And then I'll have to change that to not be const. But that means I can just put a breakpoint after this function is called, and then take a look at what the max value is. Which means I have to change that one to not be const. Do that. Okay. Okay, this max value, what's our max value? Where is it? Hello? Hello? Did we not set it? Noise map value? Oh no, there it is. Okay, so we just need to click through a few until I find one that's not 0. Okay, plan B. If it's not equal to 0, log it. Put a breakpoint there. Okay, try that again. It's so hard to debug this stuff and troubleshoot it, like, because there's 58,000 vertices in a chunk. So it's like really hard to, like, I can't just put breakpoints, I can't just put print statements because there's too much. It either logs way too much. What is happening here? Oh, I'm clicking continue, step, not continue. And so it's like, yeah, if I put a breakpoint on there, I can't step through it. Not only is it because there's 58,000 verts and I can't just see every value, but it's also happening asynchronously, so it makes it really fucking difficult to track this stuff down. And I have to do things like that, where I have to make conditions just to do a breakpoint for a scenario that I want to look at. Really annoying. And I may need to restart again. Oh, am I logging like a lot here? Yeah, see, this is, again, I can't log everything because it would never start because there's too many logs. But it looks like, I mean, this is giving me all the information I need. It's actually going up to 1. So that's giving me all the information I need. The asymptote is 1, so I just need to adjust that curve and I think we'll be okay. I think that's all we need to do. Now, am I going to have to restart the engine? Probably, because this is happening for a lot of chunks. Okay. So let's just get rid of the log statements. If I just run live coding, is it going to be able to recover, or do I have to rebuild the engine yet again? Okay. Come on. It's patching. Okay, dude, I'm just gonna restart at this point. Jesus. If Unreal Engine had better C++ flow, that would be great. Okay, so yeah, let's just take that up to where's 1 at? Yeah, so we gotta do this right there. That's what I want. Huh? Why would that have failed to save? The asset failed to save. Why? Oh my god, is Google Drive doing some lame shit right now? Well, I think we can at least see if that works. Oh, that's even more flatter. Wait, why is that even more flatter? What is it more? Oh, I know what I need to do. Rather than do 1 to 1, I need to do 1 to 0.1. Wait, why would I need to do 1 to 0.1? It was 0.2. Hang on. Okay, so that did the opposite of what I needed. The final value is from 0 to 1. And I was essentially clamping that down to 0.2. And then multiplying by 3. Yeah, the multiplying by 3 I don't think I need anymore. Let's see. I was just trying to multiply by 3 to like bring the mountains up higher. Than the surrounding terrain. Okay, that's saved that time. That's great. Thank you for saving. You know, sometimes if you just ignore problems, they go away. Okay, yeah, again, it just did the opposite of what I wanted. It just created little plateaus. And the times 3 didn't seem to actually make a difference. Quite interesting. And then I blend in the height curve and multiplier. And then I apply the height curve, which also goes up to 1. And if I took it down to 0.1, I feel like this is running a bit slower now after all this blending and stuff. I'm doing a lot of looping. Wait, do I have two editors open right now? Odd. Okay, so now there's like no mountains. And that's for changing it to 0.1. Wait, why would going from 0 to 1 make it look like that? That's the alpha value, and I'm doing noise map plus that. Noise map value plus that. And then I apply the... So I mean, I guess that's why we get to... That makes sense as to why we get to... Okay. Okay. Okay, so if we do... And if we do it afterwards, I guess the problem is that it doesn't blend, it won't blend properly, if I'm not mistaken, unless we do it the same for every zone. If I move this to the end, after blending in the height curve and multiplier. And I suppose the issue is I'm doing the height curve and multiplier in the same step. So if I were to separate the height curve and do it in the first blend pass, let's actually see if something like that works, or let's see if it remains consistent. So rather than doing that, hang on, we're gonna just return noise map val times neighbor noise data. Okay. Height map, height multiplier. And then we'll go back to the first blend pass. Right here is what we want to do it. Neighbor noise. Neighbor chunk biome zone, terrain noise data, height curve. Well, no, I did it in. I was doing it. Yep. Okay. Get float value for noise height. Okay, does this still work? Does this still look reasonable? If it does, then we can potentially move the mountains to. Okay, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. We have to do the height curve and stuff after. So that's not going to work. This may be a pretty good stopping point for me tonight. I'm quite happy with the progress. We actually properly got things blended. The only issue we're having now, though, is that our border mountains are getting chopped off due to the height curve. And I kind of suppose that we will need to blend back in the height multiplier after we do anything, potentially. Because I would want to, well, I won't get into it, but yeah, so I'm going to hop off. Very happy with what I did tonight. Hopefully I will get to work on this more tomorrow, and I will see you all then.